Welcome to Worship Leader Hangout. My name's Chad. Today I'm going to show you guys how to make a custom label for your P16 or your Aviom. We're going to make it look something like this. That looks so much better than the masking tape with the writing and the scribbles for when you have to change inputs for your personal monitor. We're going to get rid of that, clean that off. This will be a part of our Clean Stage series, so check this out. There's a couple important things to remember when you're making your custom label. The first being, what are you going to put on your P16? So what instruments? So obviously you need the main instruments that you use. You may have 32 channels on your board, but you may only have a 16 channel P16 like this. And it's really important that we put the most important things on the P16 that our instrumentalists need on stage. So I do kick, snare, and overhead. I don't put the entire drum kit. Bass, electric guitar right and left, acoustic 1 and 2, master mic, so that's our pastor or your main speaker. Mic A, that would be your main worship leader or whoever. Talkback mic, vocals, keys, house, click, and loop. So that's exactly what I put on mine, and then I color label that, and I'll get to that in a second. And make sure when you're labeling this with each instrument that you clearly spell out what it is. And if you have to abbreviate it, make it simple. So that way people are not looking at this going, what is that? I want it to be clear, and as soon as they click on that, they know exactly what they're controlling in their ears. The colors. All right, the colors are important. We have the Midas M32, and we have the digital scribble script. So we got rid of the masking tape on the board. We got rid of the masking tape here, and we have digital scribble scripts on the board that we color code to different sets of instruments. And I do the exact same thing on the label on the P16. So when I look at the P16 and I see red, I'm looking at drums, blue, bass, green, electric. So that way it matches with the main board, and it's just consistent, and it's just easier for your team or for your sound guy to make changes and know what they're looking at. A couple things to remember, just to kind of recap: clear labeling, maybe a color matching, and then also spelling out completely the instruments or what's on that channel, or abbreviating them well so your team knows what they are. Now when you're doing your label, you're going to print it on a sticky paper. So this is just a simple paper that has an adhesive back, and you peel out, literally you peel off, you can kind of see it here, you peel off the back side, stick it to your P16. I actually use one of those really nice paper cutters, and I cut it so this one's not cut to size. I cut it right on the bottom line here, and I cut it right on the top lines, so that way it fits really clean against this bottom edge of the P16. Kind of the same thing for your Aviom, however you say it, doesn't matter. You want it to be nice and clean and fit really nicely on there. So I use, right now, it always changes because whatever's the best deal at Staples or whatever, but right now I'm using this Avery stuff. It's just adhesive paper. It's that simple. Throw it in your copier, make sure it's color, print it out, cut it, put it on your P16 or your Aviom, and you got it, man. It's set up, it's ready to go, it looks clean, professional, and your team's gonna be like, oh, this is nice. So at this point in the video, you would think that I would sit down at my computer, open up Numbers or Excel, and show you how to make this. Well, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna waste your time. Worship leaders have enough to do, or whatever you do for a living. You have plenty to do. I'm not gonna waste your time. I'm gonna give this file to you. So in the description, there's gonna be a link to take you over to the files to download them. I'll include a P16 labeling template as well as Aviom. A couple things to remember when you're printing them: maybe try it on regular paper first and cut it exactly to fit the P16 and see if it lines up perfectly. Some printers are different. So what I do on a Mac is I print it at 100%. And it lines up perfectly. Make sure it lines up before you print it, and if it doesn't line up right, don't use it. Reprint it, and then print it on your sticky paper like we talked about before. So I'm gonna give this to you. Now in return, all I ask is that if you enjoyed this video and you enjoy what we do here at Worship Leader Hangout, is for you to join our community by subscribing. So clicking that subscribe button so you don't miss any more Worship Leader Hangout content. Thank you so much for watching this video, liking it, sharing it, maybe with other worship leaders that need to know that maybe they have the masking tape. You know what I'm talking about? With all the stuff written on it and just nasty, and like half of it's already peeling up, so then your drummer has to go, huh, what was that? Yeah. send this video to them so that way they can change that as well and make their stuff look really professional. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. And remember, great worship leaders are always learning. Have a great day.